Welcome, soul visionaries and potential soul visionaries. I am your host, Sherrod Cohen, and I'm rocking with my homie, Will B.
What up, what up?
From WJBJ, the Soul Emporium Radio.
Yeah, you know how we do.
He's joining me on the Soul Vision Powercast. That place where we keep it unfiltered and raw. We talk about anything from porn to politics. We'll even talk about that shit you might have heard or even saw. Today, we're going to talk about, should a man move in with a woman?
Should he or should he not?
Or should he not? Stand by, we're going to kick it.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, I'm talking with my man Will today. Will B from the Soul Emporium Radio. Hey, man, you want to plug your joint before we get started, man?
Hey, man, we got our own thing together when we do get down. There's two soul brothers doing great things. And the Soul Important Radio is a great music station. It gives you your R&B, your soul music, your hip-hop, and the jazz. So you tap in and tune in Tuesdays and Thursday night from 8 to midnight. You get that jazzy kind of night. And Saturday morning, you get the Saturday morning cleanup. That's old school from 8 to noon. And then you can catch Will B Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 to 10. It's called The Wind Down with Will B. But we're here to talk about Soul Vision Podcast. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about this topic we got. Yeah. Should men move in with a woman?
Yeah, okay, bro. I got the little joint here. I'm gonna pull it up. We gonna read that. It's something I stole off Facebook.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of women. Usually when I see a lot of women react to something favorably, most of the time I know it's against a man. So this is what I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna let me hear your point of view on it.
Let's do this.
All right. So dude said you moved him in your apartment or house and call it a home, but for him it's just a crib. You wonder why he barely seems to care. He's standing on foundation he did not build. He's just a passenger. You wondering why y'all catching more hell than happiness. He loved the fact that you hold your own, but no man stands on a foundation that someone else built and call it a kingdom. A man builds the foundation. A king builds the kingdom and adds the queen. No queen adds a king to what's now his throne. You moved a boy in. Men provide women with shelter. You boys living under women roofs and screaming, "You real," with a wondering emoji.
Okay.
It's some stuff there to unpack, homie.
Yeah. Let's go back through it for a minute.
All right.
We're going to break that down a little bit, if you don't mind.
All right, here we go. So, let me go back to it. Now,
all right.
It says you moved him in your apartment or house.
Stop right there. No. Question for you.
All right.
Have you ever moved into a woman's home, like y'all dating and things sort of evolved, and you say, you know what, I'm going to move in with you? Yeah. Have you ever? You have?
I sure have.
See, I've never. So I'm not familiar with that scenario. So all I can say is that it's a little different for me because the way some of us was taught that you don't move in with a woman. The woman moves in with you, right. Because you want to provide that stability, and she wants to know in the dating game that you have it to do what needs to be done, that provider, that protector, that type of thing. So it's a little different for me. I know a lot of cats that have moved in, and I'm knocking it because sometimes it benefits you at that time. You may be working on something, and they see your potential and say, hey, come. I got something going right now. Right. Let me help you. So I can get it, but
And for me, it was when you got two child support cases raping the shit out you.
Okay.
I had two active boys coming, man. So but like I said, now I would tell any young man before you move in with a woman, the whole nine, get your own stuff.
Yeah.
Have your own, even if it's a shoebox with your name on it.
There you go.
Get your own little room, your own little space so you can find out what your peace and your harmony feels like.
Right.
But I'm going to go ahead and finish reading.
Okay, come on with it.
You wonder why he barely seems to care. He's standing on a foundation he did not build. He's just a passenger.
Stop right there. Mm-hmm. So he's standing on a foundation that he did not build. That's what I was just talking about a second ago, because most men, not all men, but most men want to be able to say he built that foundation before he got involved, to say, hey, I'm doing well, you doing well. Let's cohabitate together and let's build on what I've already set down. And so that I think that's where he's getting at. And some men feel a certain way if they are living in someone else's in the lady's home, and he feels like he's not man enough because she may be making top dollar. You know what I'm saying?
So is that a bit of an insecurity or something of an ego issue? Because see, I'm gonna put it to you this way: I don't care if I move in your crib. I'm still a man, and I'm the man in the house.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what it is, because guess what? Whether it's your crib or her crib, somebody break in that motherfucker. Who got to take care of that?
You. That's right. She gonna hold you to the letter.
You might have had the shelter that I moved in. I came in. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna assume my position.
Okay.
You're not gonna give me a position. I'm going to assume it. And when I assume it, I'm going to assume it as if it's my house. Not being a dictator.
Right.
It's not, because I wouldn't dictate you in my own crib.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm going to come in and say, you know what? I'm going to take care of this. We do this, and we going to work together. We going to do this together.
You're going to be that leader. Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going with that. So
the
situation comes up. You come in like, hey, all right, here's what's gonna go down. I know this.
Don't worry about it. You ain't gotta take that
trash
out.
I'm gonna do my part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen some situations where they wasn't. I just talked to somebody about a week ago about that, where my man wasn't even taking out the trash. My man wasn't even picking up stuff around the house. And this person was working like a 9 to 7 or some stuff like that. And they would come home. My man would just be sitting there smoking a blunt, drinking some cocktails, and she's like, you ain't prep dinner. You ain't clean nothing.
So far I agree with.
I
agree with this. You know.
Go ahead.
And for some people do feel like, hey, this ain't my crib. I'm just here. You know. So, all right. Now you're wondering why y'all catching more hell than happiness. He loved the fact that you hold your own, but no man stands on a foundation that someone else built and call it a kingdom.
Come on.
Now let me tell you something about kingdoms. How many times and how many kingdoms do we know that was overrun by somebody else and they took it?
Yeah, a lot.
Let's talk about the United States. They went around the world and took everything. So your kingdom can be taken and called somebody else's kingdom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
Here we go. A man builds the foundation. A king builds the kingdom and adds the queen. No queen adds a king to what's now his throne.
Now you got me thinking, because I'm thinking about them overseas folk, how the queen runs everything. The king is just there. He's like thinking about it. Think about it, queen. The queen just passed, right?
Oh, Elizabeth?
Yeah.
You know? No queen. She Elizabeth to me.
She just passed, so, she was ruling for a long, long time, but what I ain't never really heard much about the king.
No, he was just some he was like Oprah Stepman.
Got you.
He wasn't no damn king. He was just Stepman or Stepford or whatever.
And that's what I was getting at with that.
All right. Now, it says you move the boy in. Men provide women with shelter. You boys living under women roofs are screaming you real. Wondering emoji.
So your situation was different, because even though you moved in, you weren't playing as that boy. You weren't like the situation I was just speaking of, where baby girl working all day.
Nah, bro.
He home, ain't washed the dish, ain't washed the clothes, ain't swept nothing. Hey, how you doing, babe? You back? Oh, how was your day today?
No, man.
She looking at the house like, what in the hell? Really, bro?
No,
it's
man.
the same way I left it this morning. You know what I'm saying? I washed the dishes before I left, but everything is...
I can't do that.
So,
I can't do that.
So that's the difference between a man and a boy, because a man is going to do what he's supposed to do in that situation, regardless if he moves in or he has his own. I was looking at it from a different perspective because I've never moved in with someone.
Right.
I've always sort of had, but then again, I did move in with someone. Now I think about it, because my father-in-law left the house to my wife and I.
Okay.
So I don't know if that situation dictates how this one is. I don't know. Mind is just
now. According to him, if you didn't get the house, then you're not a real man.
Well, I got the house because Papa-in-law left it to us.
Yeah, but it's, you said your father-in-law.
Yeah, my father-in-law.
And see, it was your father-in-law's house first.
Right.
And he might have left it to y'all, but he left it to y'all based on your wife.
True that.
Yeah.
So I guess I have moved in. I guess I have moved in with a, but you know what? My wife, I read this to the wife, and she said I agree with that. She said I guess that's one of the reasons why when you made changes to the house to make it your own, it became more solidified.
But see what you just did though. What I said earlier, you came in.
Right.
Hey, this may not be the house I bought for you, but guess what? I am the man in this joint. You know what I'm saying? And I love your dynamic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not like you dictating to her what's going on and what's not going to be. Y'all a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that kills me when I if I went by what this dude just said and says, if you don't do X, Y, and Z for your woman, then you're not a real man, right?
Right.
Well, there's always somebody on another level above us doing something for his woman, and then he could always look down on us and say, if you ain't buy your woman a Bentley,
true.
You know what I'm saying? If she ain't going shopping and buying the latest whoop, 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 then you ain't no man, homie.
I just saw a video prior to coming here, and it was similar to that. It was the one that went viral some years ago where an old dude, came out and he's like, yo, my lady been with me and she ain't paid for nothing for the whole 18 years we've been together. That's what real men do. And I was like, yeah, you just had it like that, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's what a provider does.
Yeah.
Because a man is not based on, and then this is my thing. My definition of a man and manhood is your character, not your currency.
Come on.
Because your currency will run out if you allow it to. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You could, like during COVID, how many men lost their jobs?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But guess what? I lost mine too, but I was still a man throughout my whole hookup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my manhood is not based, I don't stand on my wallet to gain height.
Come on.
It's my actions, my integrity, my character, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? And I've been battle tested. So, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, I don't look at another man in a situation that's less than mine, say you less than me because you have less than me.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I can't never do that because I see, what hurts me the most, I see homeless men out here.
Yeah.
I see homeless men. I see homeless vets. I see homeless regular people, homeless citizens. So should I look down on that man and say, you're not a man?
Not at all, man.
You see what I'm saying?
Because everybody has a situation. You don't know what their situation is.
Right.
So how can you look down on someone? Because that someone could be you one day. And then how would you feel if somebody looking at you like, yo, bro, how come you ain't out here getting it? Because I know a lot of homeless people that got jobs. Yeah. They go to work every day. They just don't have a place to lay their head.
Bro, and you know what? Hey, you and I, man, you should do because the next one, I am going to do one on homelessness. Mm-hmm. And I did some research, and a lot of homeless people, homeless families, and there's more homeless men than women.
Oh, yeah.
All right. When you look at it, a lot of times people are homeless because they have to choose between insurance or a house.
Yeah.
And then now it's okay, well, we'll live out our car. At least we got health insurance.
Health insurance, yep.
You know what I'm saying? In the greatest country
in the world.
The world.
Side eye. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't like to look at folks and judge, individuals based on, oh, I'm better than you. No. Because when we look at it, and we're not all equal. I never say we're all equal. But I respect everybody. I don't care if you're a homeless man or the president. I'll shake your hand and say yes, sir, to you, just like this man will expect me to say it to him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I'm gonna put it to you this way: if I don't say yes, sir, to him, I'm not gonna say yes, sir, to you either.
You better say that. You better say that.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was raised up. I look everybody in their eye. I give everybody respect. You know what I'm saying? Until you give me a reason not to.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Until you give me a reason not to. I'm the same way. I look people in the eye, and I always just give them that proper respect just because I want that respect. So if I come out the gate, you getting it right off rip, just because. Until you change that dynamic. And then once that dynamic changes, the option is to deal with you or not to deal with you. And if we have some words, let's talk about it as men and find out where the discrepancy came from, and let's try to fix it. If we can't fix it, just let it be.
Just let it be, and there you go your way, I go my way.
There you go, for sure.
And that's the big thing. That's when I hear women, amen, and then yeah, girl, this, it's like, okay, if we go by this logic, a man provides a house, right, to a woman, and that makes him a man. And if he doesn't, he's not a man. So a woman that can't cook or have kids is not a woman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what some folks say, man, but that's not necessarily true.
But that's not the truth.
Yeah, true.
Because guess what? Circumstances.
There you go.
Circumstances and situations, and we have to just be man and woman enough to handle whatever our situation is. And I don't let my pride get in the way over material stuff.
Come on.
Because guess what? There's gonna be some stuff, no matter how much money you make, you can't buy.
You still ain't gonna be able to buy it. Exactly.
Look at Bill Cosby. Tried to buy NBC, and they said no.
Yeah.
And he had that bread at that time.
Yeah.
So I never fret over what I can't afford, and I don't never sweat myself to death trying to get it.
Hey,
I'm not dying over no material shit.
Nothing at all, bro.
So my health is my wealth. So in speaking of this specifically about moving in with women, I would tell young men not to.
Okay.
I would tell them not to. I would say, yo, bruh, not that it should be a knock against your manhood, but just get your own shit first so that you'll know what peace is like.
Yes, sir.
What your harmony is like. What you're like on your own.
Absolutely.
So then you learn how to pay bills. You learn how to take care of situations so that when a woman comes into your space, you will know if she the right woman or not, because she's going to either disturb your groove or ride with it.
Or ride with it for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. I agree with some of what he's saying. But I can't do that last part. That last part sounds like, I'm trying to, pump myself up a little bit. Like by demeaning somebody else, I'm going to degrade you to uplift me.
In a way, I sort of get where he's coming from, because I think what he's leaning towards is coming into that relationship, coming into that home, she has it. You don't. Yeah, you may be that man, but what if something goes wrong? She say, kick rocks. You know what I'm saying? Now you in that situation where, oh man, I ain't really got no place to go because I left mama, I moved in with her. Where do I go? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where he's going. Don't put yourself in that situation. That's why you say, learn yourself, find your peace. That way, if something comes about, you still stacking your bread or whatever you need to do while you stand with her. That way, if something goes south and she say, well, this is mine, kick rocks, you can go, okay.
Okay,
no worries.
Well, let's dig this scenario.
Okay.
We're going to take the scenario where he's the man providing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then she says all of a sudden, I want a divorce. So, brother, you about to lose big time on a lot of that shit that you just provided her with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you move her into your kingdom. It's going to become a queendom because the court's going to say, you know what? Hey, she got the kid. She don't have the job. You can afford all of this. You can just give all this to her.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many times have we heard, or seen individuals just lose it all?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to be careful about saying who's a man and who's not based on what you got.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where when you're with all the rest of the homies,
mm-hmm.
And then I like to use this as a way to judge the men of men.
Okay, talk to me.
If the rest of the homies around you don't give you respect, if you are the laughing stock of your clique or your crew, shouldn't that speak to your manhood as well?
Oh yeah, that speaks volumes.
That speaks volumes.
You should be sitting back going,
yeah, like
that thought process. Why they always messing with me?
Why am I the joke?
Right, yeah, what's wrong with me for them to be messing with me all the time? Am I the weakest link?
And
you know what I'm saying?
okay, you just said the weakest link.
Yeah.
Now, I tell women, hey, fuck what a man has. See how his boys treat him. If you really want to know if he a man or not, see how his boys treat him. If his homies meet him with, dap him up, love him up, okay, now pay attention to his squad and see how they roll.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if they're a bunch of busters, of course they're going to welcome another buster.
No,
but
true.
if they all some thorough cats and they, okay, bam, his crew solid, boom, they love him, So that means he's solid.
No doubt.
Now he's gonna be a solid man. So now, here's another situation. Hey, babe, I think that you should move in with me. Okay, why, babe? Okay, well, dig this. I got a kid. We got a child, and on the way, your house too little.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your house too little, and if you move here, we can consolidate everything. I got the bigger house, the better neighborhood, the whole 9 yards, and we'll be together all the time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just too many ways to look at it, before we start judging who's a man and who's not based on what he got.
Right. True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So that's all I'm saying, man. I try to, like you said, I'm gonna respect everybody before you make me not respect you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna respect you. Be like, okay, bro, I don't care what you got. I don't care what you drive, because I see too many men that pay all the bills and still don't get no respect up in the crib.
None. I just saw a movie the other day about that. My man was just doing the right thing, and she was talking to him sideways and this and that, and he was like, his mama was like, the grandmama was like, listen here. I was like, ooh. Grandma said, baby, go step out the room. I want to talk to her for a minute. I was like, oh, grandma about to get her to business. Grandma said, listen here, girl.
Grandma had to say something.
Grandma was like, listen here, baby. You know that man do what he need to do and do things right. And you just can't be talking to him any old type of way. And I know he a little soft in things, but he's still a man. Matter of fact, come here, Antoine. He walked in the room. Say, get out here, girl. Listen here, boy. And she say, I need you to poke your chest out. Let her know that you are a man. I was like, ooh, okay. He just got to open his mouth a little bit.
And you don't have to put your hands on a woman to gain her respect.
Nah,
that's the whole thing. And I had a conversation with somebody. What's an alpha male? What's a beta male? And this and that and the other. But then I was trying to let her know. She was like, I told her, an alpha male does not hit women.
Period.
I said, an alpha does not hit women. No. I'm like, trust me, an alpha does not.
I don't even think a beta would hit a woman.
I'm gonna tell you why a beta would hit a woman, because.
Well, break this down to me, man.
see, the reason why a beta would hit a woman is because he has to prove that he is the man. Most people, the way we use alpha and beta, beta is a bad thing.
No, I was thinking beta was. That's why I say I don't think of beta, because beta is just as strong.
But see, the definition of it now. Okay. Because there's six types.
Yes.
6 male types.
Right.
You got the alpha, you got the beta, you got the sigma.
Mm-hmm.
Sigma is, now you're like, damn, are you a sigma? Now sigma is a dude that roll on his own.
Right.
He and the alpha are basically on top together, but see, alphas roll in packs, sigmas roll alone.
Right.
So you got sigmas, alphas, betas, deltas, omegas, and gammas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But most people, the way they use beta is that he's that soft cat. So I'm going to go by the urban dictionary type of this beta. And most betas will snatch you up and choke you up just to get that respect from you. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
But an alpha does not have to hit you or do anything like that, because guess why? You ain't going to test him just based on
the respect that
you respect. You respect him, and his word means something to you.
True.
These beta males, these soft cats, or let's not call him a beta now. Let's call him a simp.
Okay.
These simps, y'all don't respect him. He may pay all the bills in there, and that's all he is there for.
Y'all use
is to pay those bills.
Come on, ladies, tap on in. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all be like, yeah, he got the dollars. He ain't the prettiest
what my man, the OJ say? I'm the one that pays the bills, but he's the one that give you plenty thrills.
Yes, sir.
Your mind is on the other side of town.
Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all ladies know. Type in them comments. We want to know, because this is a good conversation. You ladies know what y'all do. Y'all used to talk to the dope boys all the time. Guess what? They used to just pay for everything. Everything. But y'all had old boy at the house too.
Now we call it the work husband.
That's another conversation. I was talking about that with somebody who works in the plant now. They only been there 4 months. They was like, I'm learning the dynamics of it right now. They was like, bro, it's crazy up in there. You gotta learn. It's like a college click thing. You got to figure out the what's.
Yeah, you got to figure out what pack you belong to.
Yeah, that was wild. So that's another conversation.
Yeah,
I told her, I say, my man be clowning the plane, especially on the high-low.
Hey man, see the high-low driver, man, he get to ride around the whole facility, right? So when he got to go get a bag of chips, he ain't got to get nobody to relieve him. He can roll and get the chips in the pot for the little cuties and whatnot. Be like, damn, what you need? And honestly.
I can't with you, bro.
I'm trying to tell folks, man. Hey, look, when your woman say they working on the holiday, she lying.
Oh, she be working.
She getting work.
Oh, she be working. She be getting worked out. Hey, come home. I'm tired. I'm gonna go and take me a nap, boo.
Bro, just like during COVID, rolled up at Meyer, man, saw one chick getting out the car. Yep, I'm snitching. I saw a chick getting out the car, man, getting in the car with another dude. I'm like, oh, man, she must be sick of boy at the crib. Now she got him, because the parking lot turned to a hotel, bro. I would see motherfuckers congregate, getting out, meeting. Yeah. I'm like, mingling. Oh, wow. This the mean spot. Meyer, 8 Mile and Woodward, baby. 8 Mile and Woodward.
You just... Why, bro? Why
8 Mile and Woodward.
Why you gonna throw brothers under the bus?
Hey, man,
like or sisters under the bus for that matter.
If during COVID your man or woman was going for if you live in Detroit or the surrounding area, and your man said they were going, or your woman said,
let me put the disclaimer out there right now, because he's starting some shit right now.
When they was going to Meyer and didn't come back.
For a couple hours, few hours.
I saw the back end of some cars going like.
I can't. Dog. Oh man.
So manhood is a motherfucker.
Okay.
All right. We about to get back on topic.
That's part of the topic right there. Okay. All right.
Maybe she met boy up there because dude is in her crib.
Right. Paying everything. She got a good simp. Oh, yeah, my baby at home. He taking care of everything. Meet me up at Maya.
Don't worry about it.
Meet me up at Maya. We
don't want me buy
get
you
us some lunch, and
I
might give you something too.
But on some real shit though,
that's funny as hell, bro.
So basically, I do agree with the bulk of what he's saying.
Okay.
It's just the last part of it for me, and judging a man for what he doesn't have, right. Because I may have more. That's it.
And that's what's going on in society right now. Most people think the up is because somebody has it and they wish they had it. And that's where a lot of it's at, man. Your integrity and, like you say, your moral and what you do as a man constitutes sometimes better than what it is having that deep pocket. The pocket is going to come, but sometimes people just have that, just looking up at the wrong things and admiring it that way because somebody else has it.
Yep.
You can't live off what somebody else has. You can't count somebody else's pocket. Because they may be looking flashy. They may have the Escalade. They may have all the fly clothes, and they on their knuckles.
Grinding for grinding overtime for every bit of what they have just to keep it.
Just to keep up the facade. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of cats out there on the facade. Yeah. Trust and believe. It's a lot of women out there on the facade. Trust and believe.
Oh man,
a lot of women on the facade anyway. The makeup, the wigs, and all
the fake brows, the fake lashes,
the fake titties, ass.
Hey, man! I just saw this video, bro. Mm-hmm. This woman cut a piece of material like a half moon shape type of deal, put it on her eye to give her the like the little line you got when you blink. Yeah, the little Asian chick. She put it in there so it'll blink, so to give her that line, bro. Wow. I'm like, boy, y'all like Mr. Potato Head down.
Too much, man. That's too much for me, man. Give me an all natural, man. Curly hair, locks, whatever, afro, waves. I don't care. Can I get some all natural women around here?
Hey, y'all? You know what, man? You just gave me an idea of the next podcast.
Let's talk about it.
We're gonna do an interpretation of my man Stokely's GMO.
Stokely got a cut card?
Oh my God.
I gotta listen to it.
Hey, you know what? We gonna end this podcast so we can start another podcast. Yo, for all y'all, hey, any last words though? I'm gonna give you the last say on this topic here, bro. Give me some Will's wisdoms, words of wisdom.
Here we go. All right. Dig. Okay. You threw me under the bus right quick. No, on the real though, for those of you who are involved in a relationship and may have moved in with the significant other, like my man said in the beginning, make sure you have your shit together before going into that situation, because we don't want any havoc. Because women are fickle sometimes. Don't shoot the messenger, ladies. But sometimes they're very fickle, and when things go sour, they turn. Oh, I brought you in, this and that. So
get out my shit.
Be on your P's and Q's. So when you do get into that situation,
right,
it's gonna work in the advantage to the both of you, and vice versa. If the lady is moving in with it, be on your P's and Q's, because no person wants to be in a situation where you ain't got that bag to get out of there when they say kick rocks and pack your stuff and leave it on the front porch, and you're going, whoa. Especially if you're living out of state. If somebody take you out of state, away from your family,
be on your best behavior.
Come on. That's another podcast. Right. That's another one. We'll talk about that another time. But on the real though, be wise in what it is that you do, and take pride in what it is that you love. You know, when you move in those situations, be 100 with yourself before you get involved with someone else. You know, Will's words of the day.
Yeah. Hey, for all y'all that joined us today, hey man, we appreciate it. If you like it, hit the like button for me. And if you're not a soul visionary already, hit the subscribe button.
Come on.
And then if you want to grow the community, just share it with everybody. And then y'all need to watch out for me and my man Will, two soul brothers doing great things.
Yeah.
We about to be dropping more content.
Yeah.
Right now, today we're dropping under the Soul Vision Powercast, but future videos will be coming with for the two soul brothers doing great things.
Yeah.
So thank you. We appreciate you. Peace.
Peace.